Yo, welcome to another episode of the BJJ GOONS podcast. I'm your host, Tim, the Mushmaster Spriggs, and with me, as always, every week is...
Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's No New Nico. And yo, Tim, you're gonna have to say I'm one of the hosts, now that I think about it after like a year later. It's just late night thoughts. He's like one of the hosts. He's one of the hosts. I'm the second host. No New Nico Ball. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the BJJ GOONS podcast. We are here as if it was a Patreon, but it's not a Patreon, so we're going to try to act right. We got some interesting stuff to get into. What's up with you, Tim? What's up?
Shoot, nothing new is up with me. Same old stuff. Nothing new to report. I'm really surprised that you don't know what's going on in the world, Nico. Like, we had really big news that happened.
Apparently, I don't. You know what happened?
So I'm curious as to what
and connected. I've been, last night on HBO, there's like this show called The Flight Attendant about like this girl, like this ditzy blonde girl that like woke up next to a dead body. And then like season 2 just started yesterday. So that's my excuse for not being in tune with the world and what is going on actual flights. Okay, Tim?
So you've been actually just watching Netflix and not doing anything?
HBO. I've been watching HBO. It's like
sorry.
a high level
quality,
like high level, it's at Max.
Congrats.
It's at Max. I'm not on that Netflix, it's on that Max,
Well, congrats for that. So check it. You did not know until right before we started recording that Mike Tyson whooped somebody's ass in an airplane.
No, when did this happen?
This happened Thursday.
Dang.
This happened Thursday.
So yeah, dang.
There's a video of Mike Tyson sitting on an airplane. I think it was JetBlue from the seats, and he was in a nice section.
Mike Tyson was not on JetBlue. Tell me no. Mike Tyson
yes.
was not on JetBlue.
He was on. What's wrong with it? Time out. What's wrong with JetBlue?
What's wrong with JetBlue? JetBlue is at like economy level, like
really?
Airlines. I was seeing on Instagram there was or something. It was like, which celebrity do you think flies like commercial air as opposed to not like a PJ, like a private jet? So how you go from like PJ status, like it's Mike Tyson. You talking about JetBlue though? Like you couldn't even get like a Delta One, like.
I thought JetBlue was nice. It's not nice. I haven't flown it in forever.
JetBlue to me, I feel like it's like a Southwest. It's like nothing's like Spirit level, but like no, I don't recall JetBlue.
I mean, he could have been going somewhere short. Regardless, it ends up being that the guy's harassing Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson told him to chill, and then there's another clip of him standing in his seat, turned to the seat behind him, punching down on some guy in the seats behind him, and another guy trying to get Mike off of him, like, chill, Mike, chill, because nobody wants to see Mike Tyson go to jail. People love Mike Tyson.
Exactly. It's like, why are you not in a PJ, especially if it's short distance? I feel like, yo, take that take that helicopter.
Nah, I'm not flying a helicopter, man. Not after Kobe.
But like that's the point. Like Kobe, like that's what I was gonna say. Like even Kobe was taking a helicopter to a basketball game, his daughter's basketball game. So why was Tyson on JetBlue?
Well, what do you want to? Why private jets are expensive, Nico? Like it's not cheap. No matter what. Okay. So what's the nice airline then, Nico?
Delta One is folks. Like the only thing I know is the nights, like because obviously I'm not flying the nights.
Yeah, like you gonna fly Emirates from like
I'm flying Priceline. I'm flying whatever those like.
So they got Emirates flights from DC to Miami. That's what you're gonna do?
I'm taking Spirit from DC to Miami for real. Like saying, I risked my life. You said you wouldn't. I had a membership to Spirit. I think it's canceled.
Regardless, Mike Tyson whooped somebody's ass on a plane. So that's the news that you missed because you're watching Netflix.
It makes me wonder. It's like Mike Tyson saw what happened with Chris Rock. Like if you're a celebrity, or you just like, I don't know. I think
people think violence isn't the answer, but in a lot of ways it kind of is, you know?
Not public violence.
But think about it, Nico. People are habitual line steppers right now. People don't have any kind of couth. And people tend to cross the line now more than ever and be really disrespectful.
Did you just say cross the line more than aloe vera?
No, more
Oh.
than ever.
Oh, okay.
More than ever. I'm sorry. Am I slurring my speech? I don't think so. I don't think I have CTE. Anyway, people are crossing a line and they got to get checked. So I think that people like Mike Tyson are necessary to kind of put everything back into balance. Stop all the foolishness. Stop the madness.
I mean, yeah, I've always said that. It's like, yeah, you need to, the things that you can say would change drastically if you knew you were going to get like hit in the face for saying, you know,
absolutely.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But I'm sitting here over there. I had to Google couth. Like, I know what couth means.
Uncouth.
Like, I've used it. Like,
did I use it correctly?
Sometimes you definitely did. But like, just for the people, because like, I want to educate our goons, because we're here to educate, especially because like we're going into the town hall that's going to be last Sunday when y'all hear this. It's going to be last Sunday when y'all hear this, where we're going to be talking about unions. We trying to trap that education. We're trying to drop that education. So I'm like sitting here on the dictionary.com, and couth means cultured, refined, and well-mannered. Good mannered and refined. Because I've only ever heard
was not good mannered or refined, and he deserved that beating.
Yeah, no, but you definitely used it correctly. I've only ever heard it in like uncouth. Like that's the only time I've ever heard that word used. But yeah, so there is a couth. To an uncouth, there is a couth.
Exactly. So, oh my goodness. The bat phone's ringing. All right. God. So, Nico, we talked a lot about what we're going to talk about today. And the one thing, the biggest story would have to be related to us. Who's next? The Grappling reality television show that I was a part of. And we were talking about just how big it could possibly be, my feelings towards it, and what have you. So first, what do you think about the show before it debuts, before you see an episode?
I mean, I think it was like the promo picture definitely looked dope. For one. So it's like it definitely looked dope. The promo picture. I know Flow Grappling had seen that like BJJ Stars did like a jiu-jitsu reality show, which I got really mad at you. We talked about this, that you didn't go down. Muhammad had fought on that. Like you didn't go down to try to get a fight or whatever. And I thought that would be dope. So yeah, like come around, you get the opportunity to be part of the first American English speaking jiu-jitsu reality TV show. I think was a dope opportunity. I think it was on the Patreon that we were talking about like the contract and all that stuff and the negotiation of how you had gone down to Austin last month or whatever. And that didn't go out as smoothly as well as you had planned. But like, I think it was a dope opportunity and I'm looking forward to see it. Although like I'm looking at the outline and I already sent you a message saying it's like, oh, it's interesting because I completely disagree with what you have here on the outline. But what Tim has is his feelings, and his feelings are his feelings. So it's interesting. So like again, like what is it? It's Who's Next? It's premiering in May, which is next month. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be Craig Jones in a house that y'all spent a couple weeks down in Houston. It's kind of like a playoff of Tough. That kind of thing. It's starting. The issues, if you don't know, are with the contract and whatnot, because we've talked about it before. I'll just give you that peek so we can get into the outline. Is that like Tim doesn't want to fight Craig for the finale or whatever. He was trying to fight Gordon and whatnot. But like all in all, I think it was like a dope experience. So Tim, lay it down. Like, what are your experiences, your feelings for after having gone through all of it?
In hindsight, I'm on the fence as to whether or not I should have done the show. For one, I don't like the media attention. I really don't, because Jiu-jitsu media is I kind of don't feel as though the media is very supportive of non-drama. You know, I know that everyone's trying to make a big push for competition and saying that credentials matter, but in a lot of ways it doesn't. The media is driven, or the social media is driven by negativity, and it's just surrounds a lot of the narratives in jiu-jitsu, I think. Plus, the jiu-jitsu community is the same thing too. It's still kind of negative. Like, we get good feedback most of the time, but with some people, if you're in their crosshairs or just you get any kind of attention, there's a lot of hate and vitriol. And I get a lot of it, and I don't really know why. I don't know if you notice it, but whenever my name is mentioned around certain people, it's a lot of negativity. And I feel as though just by virtue of me not being one of the more popular people, like I'm not Craig Jones, I'm not Gordon Ryan, I'm not the fanboys' favorite. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say I'm not the fanboys, the Redditors' favorite. I'm gonna catch a lot of heat for no reason. And to me, it's not like professional grappling pays enough for me to have to deal with that headache. If I was just a professional athlete, like I played for an NBA team, cool, I'll deal with all that. But it's not like I'm getting the big bucks that I could get in other avenues that I do or plan to do. And I wouldn't have to deal with that negativity because to me, it's like my peace of mind. And also, when I decided to do it, it was because I was told that Gordon would be the other coach. And that was the only reason why I even agreed to sign. But then that changed, obviously. My fault for signing. It is what it is. I fulfilled my obligation and then some. And oh yeah, one more thing too. The editing, how it gets edited.
Ooh, have you seen it?
No. They haven't sent me shit.
Okay, so then
and I can't say anything about what happens other than they did a lot of crazy stunts, and there was some good jujitsu, and I'm a pretty good coach. I'd say I'm pretty good.
I think that I'm a pretty.
I'll give you one behind the scenes tidbit. We did not get to do a lot of training that show. There was a lot of reality television. Does not lend to a lot of training. So that's my only regret too about doing it. Not enough training for the guys.
All right.
That's it.
So my question for you then is like, because for me,
Nico.
What? Am I breaking up? No. All right. You can hear me, right? Oh shit. Tim?
I think I lost you.
Oh no.
Nico.
Hello? Oh damn, now we're gonna have to edit.
Start all over. If we do, it's gonna be all right. Just start all over.
All right.
All right.
It's still going. All right, so I'll pick it up. So all right, so my question for you is, if like you were saying, it's like you don't like the negative attention, and that makes sense because like I'm an introvert, like I don't like that attention. But if you're trying to go into pro wrestling, how would you compare like the negative tension in jiu-jitsu to being like a heel in wrestling? And a heel, if you don't know, because I feel like if you haven't watched the show Heel or have been educating yourself on wrestling, is like the bad guy in wrestling, the person that gets the booze and all of the negative attention. So it's like you could or you could not be a heel depending on the promotion or this or that. So how would you compare it?
As a heel, you sign up for that. That's what I signed up for. Me winning tournaments and me putting myself out there, I didn't necessarily sign up for that vitriol. You get what I mean? And I don't like that because you kind of ruin people's reputations in a lot of ways with that kind of vitriol, or just a lot of people speaking on your name. Not that you should care what people think about you, but perception is reality too. And I just want to protect my space, like if I'm a heel, I get it. If it's worthwhile, I get it. I'll take it. But I do jujitsu for fun. It's not business. I mean, it is business, but I originally did it for fun, and I don't necessarily need to do it to make my life worthwhile. So if I got to deal with that BS, like that's a minus. Did I make myself clear? You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the contractual things, we'll be talking about that, I guess, a little bit more on like the town hall. We get into that kind of content. It's like the signing of the contract, and we've talked about that before on Patreon, and like knowing what you're doing. It's definitely not the same in jiu-jitsu as it is in other sports, because like when you sign in a super fight for like Fight to Win, do you even sign? Is it a contract, or do you just like sign up to fight?
No, it's not a contract.
Yeah, so
very seldom do our contracts really signed.
Yeah, so that kind of aspect of the sport, it's kind of like in its infancy.
Yes, and when we have our BJJ Goons town hall for our Patreon members, we're going to talk a little bit about that and standards and how potentially unionization inside of jiu-jitsu, or getting jiu-jitsu unionized, could play a huge role in setting standards.
And I think like we even talked about or I talked about with some other people at least, and we'll talk about it when we have the town hall, is like unions aren't the only answer, and like management, like how other sports have like agents and managers. And at one point there is somebody that we'll talk about later in that town hall. They were trying to manage fighters. They tried like a management group, and you were part of that. So like, I don't know if you know, but I know that part is in the town hall, because like as a belt, you've kind of gone through all of those experiences as somebody trying to start a management company, somebody that signed like plenty of super fights with Fight to Win, like Flow Grappling, and somebody that's going out and going beyond super fights into other things, because you got to think about like doing a reality TV show. It is kind of a different kind of sphere and income for people that are in jiu-jitsu, like because it is like a very young sport. So it's like, how can you make money? What like different avenues are there? So you like a guinea pig, Tim? You're a guinea pig. You're a real life guinea pig.
I don't like being a guinea pig. That sucks.
I mean, would you rather be like
I didn't say
they're having a 9 to 5, or would you rather be a guinea pig?
I miss when I could just be anonymous in something I liked.
That was not the question. It was insurance. Or what, did you have a job like Starbucks? I don't know, or guinea pig. One or the other. You got to pick one or the other. There's no like C.
I guess I go with guinea pig. I guess.
See, you're choosing the guinea pig life. So here we go. And this is why we have this podcast. If you chosen the other path, that would have been the death to the podcast. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So nonetheless, I'm a guinea pig, and it's okay. That's gonna be the title of the show. Next on the agenda, since jiu-jitsu is supposed to cross over allegedly with this Who's Next show, I would love for it to cross over. I don't know whether it'll happen or not. Who knows? But in order for jiu-jitsu to cross over, a big part of that will be making jiu-jitsu cool, making it look like something that is interesting.
Is it bad?
So you gotta have style.
Is it bad?
Style.
We gotta have style. We gonna talk a little bit about style. Was your style for that promo, was that like intentional, that fit? Like, Because to me, it's giving Goonies. It's
So
definitely
okay, for
giving
the fit
Goonies,
for what?
or it's giving pro
What? The
wrestling,
fit for
like
what?
the fit for the banner
The fit for what?
for who's next. Like you're wearing a bandana across your head, and then just like it
Oh
reminds
yeah.
me of the strongman dude from Goonies. Like, so it's funny, or I don't know, it's very
Well, I had to represent the red team. Obviously, I'm the red team. And I like the fashion statement. That was when my hair was shorter. So, I want to look cool. I had to look fly. You know what I mean? I had to
yo.
look fly.
His
Hold on.
hair was
You got
short.
a
His
drink of
hair is
water.
short
I need
right
water
now. What are you
too.
talking about?
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. Keep talking. I need to get some water. Keep going.
Okay. So Tim's talking about my hair was shorter. If y'all don't know, and I should try to like put this on me because I do control this. If y'all don't know, like the TLI boys are the most, and this doesn't to be on me. The TLI
You
boys
got
are
me dying over here.
of them all, with the hair, with the lotions and the creams. Like one time I was trying to film and Malachi was like, hold on, I don't want to look, actually, let me go to my car and get my lotion. So yeah.
You can't be on national television or pay-per-view ashy.
I
That's
mean,
unacceptable.
okay, that is
That's a
definitely,
hard no.
that makes sense, and respect for instilling that into the athletes of TLI. But like hair length is another thing that I'll never understand, because you barely have any hair as it is. How are you talking about your hair length? Like, I'm concerned about my hair length getting down because I want it down to my ass. You're talking about like a zero fade to like a what, a 0.1?
No, this is like a 1.5 or 2.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
2 right now.
Basically. And
So
his hair was very, he was stunting on the show. We see that. So okay.
yes, I think I have a lot of style. I have crossover appeal, which I do with my professional wrestling career. Nonetheless, style, we discussed it, but there's 3 types of style in our analysis. We're looking for the most stylish jiu-jitsu, I guess, athlete, for lack of a better term. So let's start.
Trying to give flowers, awards, whatever.
Awards. I thought we were gonna rank, like give them points. So there's 3 levels. There's on the mat, off the mat, fashion, gear, swag, and of course, gimmick / public persona. All right. So it's on the mat, how you fight, off the mat, how you dress, and your public persona. All right, Nico, name them.
All right. Are we naming them all, or are we going one by one?
You go first. You name them. You name one. Just name one at a time.
So we'll go with the first on the list. I'm just gonna name them randomly. We're going with Levi Jones Leary, our Australian mate. I guess he's not a lad, but a mate over here.
Yeah.
Blonde-haired beauty that he is.
All right. So on the mat, what do you think about his style? How would you rank it from 1 to 5? 5 being the most.
From 1 to 5, I am giving him a 4.
Okay, what about it? What about it do you like?
Oh, purely because I know that he's good and kind of my weight class. So like that Kai action kind of fight, but like really have no idea. I'm just kind of going with like, I've seen his cute little ass at weigh-ins. So
you're so thirsty, Nico.
I'm not thirsty. Like I told you, I had some issues before the filming of this episode, which did not leave me enough time to go like look at his fights and be like, oh, he does this or he does that. I just know what I know, what I've seen. And I've seen him up in New York crushing people. And I've also seen him with them luscious gold locks. So I'm giving him a 4 on the mats. I haven't had a chance to check out his Instagram. I feel like he's not gonna have a lot of spice in it. So I'm giving him like a 3.5 for the gram. And the hair, like, it's always blonde. He doesn't switch it up. In the favela, we'll do like a blonde. We'll do like blonde with polka dots. So I'd like to see a little bit of variation in his hair color. And that's why he's getting the 3.5 with that. because he just can't get all around 5'5". That's
And his public persona, his whole vibe, his gimmick.
Does the man have a gimmick?
I say he's the David Bowie of jiu-jitsu. That's the vibe that I get from him. That's the vibe that I get.
David Bowie for me gets a 3.
Whoa. Wow, pretty low for Levi Jones, Leary.
I'm a Wu-Tang fan, as you can see probably by the people that I have added later on in the list.
You have a lot of people. How much time do we have this week?
We don't have to go through all of these. We don't have to go through all of these. Like maybe.
Okay, cool. All right. So my Levi Jones, Leary on the mat. He's a strong 4. Maybe I don't do half points, but I'll say he's a strong 4 on the mat because his matrix hook is super freaking cool. And yeah, like he won Pans, he won Europeans, he beat Lucas Apri. I won't put an asterisk by it, but some people will say it was because Lucas was kicking ass in the open that year and he was doing double time. But nonetheless, you beat Lucas Apri, you're the man. And unfortunately, he got double DQ'd at Worlds because the double guard pull rule, which, yeah, I mean, at Worlds, you got to do something about that. But on the mat, he's a strong 4. Off the mat fashion, he dresses pretty weird. So to me, I would not wear the clothes that he wears. Like for me personally, I'd say the clothes are a 2. But if it's that weird Met Gala style where it's like weird stuff is okay, then he'd probably get a 4 for that too. So I'll split the difference to give him a 3.
Oh, I like to mention, like, just insert here how we were complaining. Like you were saying, I don't get those messages, and I was like, you need to get your own fucking personal board, right?
Yeah.
Like you need your own personal board. My personal board backed you up on your gi pants as leisure wear.
Yes, with the fanny pack.
They voted me down.
And a cool T-shirt.
I would just like to know, like you can. We will not share my own board because it's a personal board. You need to get your own 3 to 5 people. But like, yeah, they definitely voted me down.
Shit. I don't trust anyone to be my personal board.
You need a fucking.
I don't trust anyone.
Listen to me. Like I don't know if I would accept being on your board, but like maybe, but like you listen.
No, because you don't anyway, fuck with me like that, so it's okay.
I'm telling you, I'm
okay.
But, like,
all right, his overall public persona.
You have great, like, yeah, overall public persona. Drop it.
His public persona, man. People are gonna say I'm jock riding, but I'll just say I give his overall persona like a 5, just because it's so unique. I say you're the David Bowie jiu-jitsu. Like, yeah, I don't know, but I don't think jiu-jitsu people would get it. But like that's crossover appeal because people be like, oh, this is a very odd character. He could be the future of the sport. So that's what I would go. Next one.
All right, we're gonna skip back and forth. So the next one we're gonna go is we're gonna do May. Then we're gonna go from Australian to Brazilian, and I love the global appeal to this list. So I guess you started this time. I started last time.
Oh my goodness.
May on the mats. Killer.
Okay.
Black belt, and we know him personally.
Excuse my allergies. Like if my voice sounds crazy, I apologize if I've been making like weird noises. Okay. May. On the mat, he's a 5. On the mat, he's definitely a 5. If we're just looking at just how he houses people, that's an old slang term that doesn't get used anymore. I'm bringing it back. He houses people. Off the mat fashion.
Garages, but I know what like garaging them is. I don't know what housing is.
Housing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll school you later.
Right.
Off the mat fashion, I've only seen him in like slides with his toes out and like board shorts and t-shirts. So bro, you're a 2. So that's a 2. unless he started wearing like fly like retro J's or something. I don't see it. Sorry, it's a 2. Gimmick public persona. I mean, to me, he's just a wild boy. Like he's just a wild boy. He's a killer. Like this guy had like, I guess he couldn't see the whole world's camp, right?
Yes, very true. Very true.
And he
He lost his
refused to
glasses.
go get his
There's
glasses,
no
his
English.
prescription.
He didn't refuse to go. He couldn't. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, no health insurance in America.
And
No
meddled at worlds.
America.
And
Like,
meddled at worlds. Just chilled in a foreign
yeah.
country.
Just all
And I mean, just the fighter house situation. And you're in a foreign country, and he's a 4. He's a 4.
4.
So
So
he's a
5,
fly dude.
2,
I mean, he's
4.
the future of the division. Like he just won Pans. Like, yeah, he's a dog. Like he will get you out of here.
For the love
That's
of
May's
God,
reputation.
yes, please total this for us, because we are not. I'm saying, for the love of God, one of our listeners, please total this for us, because we are gonna have no idea who won at the end of this. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, we got
no idea. Yeah, somebody added up. Okay, what's next?
All right, no, I'm gonna go through May, but I'll do it quickly because we're running out of time and whatnot. So it's like, for May on the mats, definitely a 5. May is a beast. He's savage. He has the cardio. He has the skill. He will fucking highlight reel you right quick if you get tired. I'm gonna skip the fashion. I'm gonna do that last. For social media, he gets a 5 just because he has them fucking killer abs. All you need is like a sweaty killer ab picture, and like your branding.
Oh God,
amazing.
Nico, you're so thirsty. Continue though.
I'm realistic. If you look at Yara is killing it with her paid partnership posts with like Hyperfly, whether it be abs, bikini, or just like her fucking smile, which is amazing. Like, she's killing with the post. So like May, he has amazing posts. He's photogenic. For the style, Javiana's in the style. If you want to say that you can wear gi pants, then how are you going to go on Javiana's? And like, I'll go on both of those because I wasn't in agreement with the gi pants. But yo, when he's in Brazil, not in America, obviously, when he's in Brazil, that fade bumps him up to an automatic 3 for me. Because that favela fade,
oh my
fucking hair, no, you don't know. It's like, we call that like, na regula.
what does that even mean?
That's what it means. Like, when you online, when you on point, it's on point. It's to have your fade on point. Like, you got your fade, lines, you have your design or some kind. So that gets a 3. And then when you can bump that up to competition level, that like gets you like a 3.5. Like, I don't know, if you know how to do your fade right, fuck your clothes, because when you pour, sometimes all you got is a barber, baby. So with the style, like, and I see what he be doing, but like, he is a little, like, he's young. He's a young boy. So I'm gonna just have to keep it at a 3.5 because I fuck with stripes and them half points. So I'm gonna give him 3.5 with the style. So that's 5.5, 3.5 for me.
All right. Well, I don't know who won. I think Levi won.
I mean,
Levi won.
Are we done and we're only doing 2, or is like?
No, I thought we were gonna do more. You said we had to wrap up.
How is there gonna be a winner out of 2? Like, you decided it's like this is like a tournament kind of. I just figured we were like pointing up lists. Like, I don't know.
All right, let's go. Okay. Let's do another one.
Like I said, this is up to the listeners. We just throwing out points. Listeners, this is an interactive episode.
You guys are gonna have to, yes, you guys have to count the points. Okay. I didn't even think it was a tournament.
Winners. All right. So the next one that we have on our list is Michael Perez.
The only reason why I put Michael on the list is because I know that he makes short shorts. And I am a fan of short shorts. So I would have to say he gets a 4.
Yo, he makes short shorts?
Yes. Teddy's trousers. He makes short shorts. Mike Perez, for those you don't know, he's on Atos. He wears short shorts and he's really good at no-gi.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a picture of the specific short shorts. Definitely a lot of like, no-gi fights. So Yo, he's from DC. I didn't know that. Wait,
Mike Perez is?
He was born, yeah, in DC, though he grew up between Tennessee and Texas. Random.
That's wild. Who'd have thought? Another DMV person.
He can't. Well, that I think I've heard.
Yeah, he was a TLI for a little bit.
Then how did you? Oh well, okay. Anyway,
he was here. Even got the tattoo. But anyway, let's stay focused. How would you rank him on the mat?
Yo, I was trying to figure. I don't know. It's like, on the mat, I'm giving him. Are we curving these rankings?
No, don't curve. Don't. Whatever requires the least amount of thinking, that's what you do.
All right, on the mat, I'm giving him a 3.5.
Okay. Off the mat fashion.
Off the mat fashion, I know not much of it, so I'm going with the 3.
Okay. And his public persona.
And like, let me say, it's like shorts. It's like they will accentuate your ass. It's very European. Like, I'm not giving you a lot of points for shorts. Like, I respect them like them BTHS. Like, I like the shorts. I can't high point a man in shorts too much. Like, will I like your ass? Yes. Will I give you the points? Maybe not. No. The persona.
You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. So for persona overall, I'll give like a kind of a dope person. Shorts are a little weird. It's like 70s basketball. It's giving 70s basketball.
Yeah, but there's some good basketball in the 70s. Okay, on the mat, I give him a let's say a 4. Okay. I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 3. He's pretty good. Off the mat fashion, I like the shorts. I'll give him a 5. Gimmick public persona, 4.
All right, not bad. The shorts. We're learning a lot about Tim.
Let's get some ladies. Or are we done?
I took the one out because, you know, like when we're running out of time, and like I had put one lady in, but I'm like, no, we're gonna bring this back next week. All ladies.
Okay. Style. Most stylish jiu-jitsu person.
We're gonna keep going, especially in honor of the Patreon and the listener that put out all of that like extensive content on women's wrestling. Like, we're gonna go into the style extensively. Like, you know, we're gonna give them enough time to analyze different women, because it's a little bit different. You know, there's a lot of major players in women's BJJ that are like highly religious, so it's like, how does that play on style? So we'll give that its time. So I took that out. Next, we're gonna go to Rico Stanton, our TLI, you know, another TLI. I didn't realize Mike Perez was TLI because I'm a baby TLI. Okay. So we're going Rico. Is it my turn to go first? No, it's your turn to go first.
Okay, on the mat, Rico's a 4 because he's really exciting. Off the mat, fashion, I'll give him another 4 because I kind of don't get it. I get it, but I kind of don't get it. Yeah, it's giving me very DC, but at the same time, very, you know, hipster. You know, I like it, but I just kind of don't get it. Public persona, the Astro Kid, I'll give him another 4. You know, he's just the Astro Kid that does wild jiu-jitsu and makes beats. I follow his SoundCloud. It's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, he's doing pretty well.
All right, Rico. It's like,
if you have a SoundCloud, that already gives you like an extra point in my heart. Yeah. An extra point. If you have a SoundCloud, that means you're doing the damn thing. Like, you're out here doing the work.
So it's like, I fuck with it so hard, but like you said, there's a lot of like, I don't get it. Like, Rico is fucking crazy. He'll make you laugh. And like, that's dope. Like, so, okay. So on the mat's definitely a 5, like, cause he's crazy with like his highlight reels, like his flash challenges, his black flips, his this and that. Like, he can do amazing thing on the mat. He can drill amazing things. Like, he's right up there, like always doing crazy stuff with female. So on the mat's definitely a 5. Love that dedication. Style. Because like Rico took a photo shoot, like astrology is his brand. I fuck with that. His hustle. Like I love that. Like that he did that. He did a photo shoot in like a Bentley with like the rooftop, like the stars and all of that. Like and again, it's like very young, it's like that was dope. Style. What am I getting for a style? There's a lot of I don't get it. There's a lot of crazy drip. There's a lot of like that young, like, but you can't judge them for being young, can you? So like Cristal, I guess
No,
like
can't judge them.
No, you just kind of gotta accept it. Like, cause one time, like Rico had asked me, he's like, who do you think is better? He was like Tupac and some young dude who I had no idea who the fuck he was. And I was like, could you please?
Who was it?
It doesn't matter. I was like, yo, could you please not put Tupac and anyone that uses auto-tune in the same fucking category? Like of comparison.
Don't hate on wait, time out. Don't hate on the new people music.
I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying it's like comparing like apples to like a whiskey sour. You don't fucking do it. Like
wow,
when you
okay.
apples or whiskey sour, never. But either way, fashion, I'm going like Rico with like a 4. Like, you know, I want to see like a lot of like maturity coming in his way, but I could see that going, you know. And then what's like that off the mats, branding and whatnot, like actually, because he always changes his Instagram label and I cannot always find him, I'm gonna give him a 2.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off. It pisses me off no matter what you do. If I can look up your name, if you are supposed to be a professional in any field and I can't put in your name and find you, like, because you're Astro Flash or Astro this, which is with a lot of athletes, like Atacola as well, that pisses me off. So you got to deal with like,
yeah, I don't wait. Guys, we just gotta have understandable, coherent Instagram or social media handles, folks. Please, Lord. I went through that stage too, but you gotta fix it. It's for the SEO.
But I think like to say all of that and not to be like super critical, like and be like, oh yeah, we just pulled out Rico's, like, but like, yo, he's young as hell. And like, just like you, I know he's going to this period. It's like, yeah, graduating high school, going into college, not knowing what he's doing. So it's going to be super interesting, like with the beats and the style and the jujitsu, like seeing what he like develops into. So that's going to be interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Okay, Nico.
All right, my last one is 555s all around. This is the king to me. Like, I'm sorry, like.
Okay, who is it?
Anyway, obviously, if we're
talking oh gosh.
Come on, we talking about the GOAT. We talking about Shane Jamil Hill. Okay. We talking about like I am
You're so biased, but I have to agree. He's 5 all over. He's
like
all 5 stars.
Is to get up in Jamil's house and not trying because I'm trying to get up into his pants. It's because I'm trying to see all
God.
And I know got in that like room where he's got all his shoes and his clothes. Like, cause I took pictures of it one time. I'm trying to get at it again. Yo, all this man does is jujitsu, which he gets a 5, and then buy shoes with his bots on his old ass computer. So he gets a 5 in the style. And then like social media, the only reason he's getting a 5 is because he started the Lasso Syndicate. He's been funneled into Master Lloyd's pyramid schemes and whatnot, where he's forced to consistently post on social media. So he gets a 5 there too.
Wow. Couldn't agree more, Nico. Couldn't agree more. All 5s are Shane, Jamil Hill, Taylor. We're super biased. We have to come up with more people. I feel like I had a good 2 or 3, but we need more people.
We don't have to do shit. That's what y'all are for. Drop some more names in the comments and we will go through it. We will pick them apart so y'all don't have to. We will read them for the stylistic personas that they are.
And get them likes up, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, get those likes up. And if you're not listening on YouTube and you're just listening on a streaming service, give us a 5-star review. More 5-star reviews. Nico, where can we find you?
All right, y'all make sure to follow me on Instagram at no_new_Nico. That's no_new_Nico. And drop by favelajujitsu.com to get some BJJ GOONS merch.
You can find me at Tim Spriggs BJJ on Instagram or Facebook. Until next time, guys, peace.